The depreciation bloodbath. If you bought a brand new pickup truck in the last 2 years, you might want to sit down before you check your current trade-in value. We are not talking about standard depreciation here. We aren't talking about the normal drop you take when you drive a car off the lot. We are looking at a complete, catastrophic value collapse. We are talking about trucks that have literally vaporized 30, 40, and even 50% of their value in under 24 months. So, how did this happen? It is simple: corporate greed and rushed engineering. Automakers panicked. They rushed highly experimental technology to the market. They forced unproven twin-turbo engines, buggy electrical architectures, and heavy EV platforms onto the public before real-world testing was actually finished. Then, they slapped $100,000 price tags on them. The market has officially snapped. Buyers are running away, and the people who bought these trucks new are left holding the bag. Today, we are exposing the 8 most financially ruinous pickup trucks you can own right now. Let's start the countdown at number 8. Number 8. Jeep Gladiator. Coming in at number 8 is the Jeep Gladiator. Back in 2024, people were paying an average of almost $47,000 for these. Today, owners are staring at a massive 34% drop in value in just 2 years. This entire disaster was created by the manufacturer. Stellantis got greedy and completely flooded the market with Gladiator inventory. They kept building them, but the buyers dried up. Suddenly, dealer lots were choking on unsold trucks. To fix their own mistake, Jeep started offering absolutely insane discounts. We are talking up to $20,000 off the MSRP on a brand new Gladiator. But here is the brutal reality. When a dealership discounts a brand new 2026 Gladiator down to 39 grand, it instantly destroys the value of every used Gladiator on the road. Why would anyone pay $40,000 for your used truck when they can buy a brand new one for less? Plus, the Gladiator is a lifestyle toy, not a real work truck. It has a notoriously stiff ride, it gets terrible fuel economy, and it cannot tow anywhere near what a Toyota Tacoma or Ford Ranger can handle. The novelty wore off and the resale value tanked. Number 7. GMC Sierra EV. Number 7 is the GMC Sierra EV. When these launched in 2024, the average transaction price was a staggering $97,388. Fast forward 2 years, and the value has collapsed by 36%. If you bought an early Denali edition, you have watched roughly $35,000 of your net worth just disappear. The core issue here is General Motors' Ultium battery platform. It has been plagued with terrifying software glitches, including massive recalls for sudden loss of drive power on the highway. High-end luxury buyers do not tolerate a $100,000 truck that randomly shuts down. But GMC also stabbed their early adopters in the back. After selling the ultra-expensive Denali models, they quickly rolled out much cheaper trims in the $60,000 range. The second a cheaper version hit the lot, the exclusivity of the Denali was gone, dragging the entire used market down with it. Number 6. GMC Hummer EV Pickup. Sticking with GM, number 6 is the GMC Hummer EV Pickup. It shares the exact same 36% value drop as the Sierra, but because the initial average price was over $104,000, the actual dollar loss is much worse. Owners have lost over $37,000 in 24 months. The Hummer EV was never a practical truck. It was a massive 9,000-pound statement piece for wealthy people to show off. But it is monumentally inefficient. It is nearly impossible to park in a normal lot, and it eats through tires at an alarming rate. During the pandemic, flippers were buying these and selling them for massive profits. But in 2026, the flippers have vanished. The novelty of the crab walk feature completely wore off, and the actual real-world demand for a 5-ton electric toy just does not exist anymore. Number 5. Tesla Cybertruck. Number 5 is the most polarizing vehicle on Earth, the Tesla Cybertruck. Just like the GMCs, it has suffered a 36% drop in 2 years. With a 2024 average sale price pushing $95,000, early buyers have lost roughly 34 grand. The Cybertruck suffered the absolute largest sales collapse of any electric vehicle in America going into 2025. The hype train derailed violently. The biggest nightmare is the actual body of the truck. The bare stainless steel looks like a futuristic spaceship in the showroom, but in the real world, it is a disaster. It is a magnet for oily fingerprints, and once it gets coated in road grime and salt, it is incredibly difficult to clean without special chemicals. It literally starts to look like a dirty refrigerator. Add in the fact that insurance companies are charging significantly higher premiums for the Cybertruck compared to a standard F-150, and the used market wants absolutely nothing to do with it. Number 4. Nissan Titan XD. Number 4 brings us back to gas trucks. It is the Nissan Titan XD. In 2024, these averaged about $65,000. Today, owners are dealing with a 41% collapse, wiping out over $26,000 in value. The Titan XD was always a deeply confused vehicle. It was stuck in automotive no man's land. It was too heavy and rode too rough to be a comfortable half-ton daily driver, but it didn't have the actual payload or towing capacity to compete with true heavy-duty trucks from Ford or Ram. The final nail in the coffin was Nissan officially pulling the plug. They announced the entire Titan lineup is dead and discontinued. The golden rule of car buying is that the second a manufacturer kills a model, the resale value instantly drops to the floor. Nobody wants to buy a discontinued truck because finding parts and support becomes harder every single year. Number 3. Ram 1500. At number 3, we have a complete tragedy, the Ram 1500. A 2024 Ram averaged around 65 grand. Over the last 2 years, it has suffered a massive 47% value collapse. Over $30,000 completely gone. Here is exactly what went wrong. Ram committed the ultimate sin. They killed the legendary, battle-tested Hemi V8 engine and replaced it with an unproven, highly complex twin-turbocharged inline-six called the Hurricane. Truck buyers are inherently skeptical of new technology, and their fears were immediately validated. Early Hurricane engines started suffering from oil leaks and critical coolant valve module failures. To make it worse, Ram introduced a brand new electrical architecture known as Atlantis. It was a total nightmare out of the gate. Owners were driving down the road with flashing odometers, random airbag warning lights, and completely frozen touchscreens. You cannot sell a complex twin-turbo engine with buggy wiring to a guy who needs his truck for work. The market rejected it entirely. Number 2. Ford F-150 Lightning. Number 2 is the Ford F-150 Lightning. The average price in 2024 was nearly $75,000. In just 2 years, it has hemorrhaged 48% of its value. That is an almost $36,000 loss. Ford marketed the Lightning as the ultimate work truck of the future. But the moment real truck guys hitched a trailer to it, the illusion shattered. When you tow anything near its rated capacity, the battery range drops by a catastrophic 50 to 60%. You are lucky to get 100 miles of highway towing before you have to unhook your trailer just to fit into an Electrify America charging station. The market quickly woke up and repositioned the Lightning. It is not a work truck. It is a commuter car with a bed attached to the back. Because the towing capabilities are virtually useless for long distances, the core truck demographic completely abandoned it, sending resale values into a tailspin. Number 1. Chevrolet Silverado EV. And the number 1 most worthless, financially radioactive truck on the market today is the Chevrolet Silverado EV. The value collapse here is genuinely staggering, 55% in just 2 years. With a 2024 average sale price of over $82,000, owners have watched more than $45,000 in equity turn to dust. This isn't just about EV depreciation. This is about GM's greed. General Motors made the incredibly arrogant decision to completely remove Apple CarPlay and Android Auto from their new electric vehicles. They did this to force buyers into using GM's proprietary software system so they could charge monthly subscription fees. If you buy a Silverado EV, you have to pay $15 a month just to use basic apps that your phone used to do for free. If you want the Super Cruise hands-free driving, that's another $25 a month. Used car buyers absolutely despise subscriptions. When someone looks at a used Silverado EV, they aren't just looking at the price of the truck, they are looking at a permanent monthly bill just to unlock the features the truck is supposed to have. It is a massive red flag. The used market completely boycotted the truck, and the value fell straight off a cliff. So there you have it, the 8 pickup trucks that turned into absolute financial black holes. The era of trusting the manufacturer is over. When they rush unproven tech, kill reliable V8s, and try to force you into monthly software subscriptions, this is what happens to the market. Which of these massive depreciation drops surprised you the most? Drop a comment below and let me know. If this video saved you from making a $30,000 mistake, hit that subscribe button to keep your wallet protected. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.